For relationships to work, they have to feel good to both people involved in the relationship. But one of the main reasons why we can't keep a relationship feeling good and it's unsustainable is incompatibility. Bird may love a fish, for example. But if their desire to be partners requires that they live together, what this means is one or the other will die.
And we found that being passive-aggressive is the best way to control your partner. We could stay in and watch a movie if the beach doesn't appeal to you. When Amber won't talk to me, she really helps me learn that I did something wrong. And because she won't tell me what I did that was wrong, deep down I just assume that I'm simply wrong for who I am at the core of my being.
When I give JP the cold shoulder, it's encouragement for him to be a better person, because I don't really like who he is.
Incompatibility is the condition of two things being so different in nature and so uncomplementary in that difference that they are incapable of coexisting harmoniously.
You know your relationship is going to die someday, so the last thing you want to do is waste your time and energy by trying to make it work. So we're going to help you by teaching you how you can ruin your relationship much quicker. Use the silent treatment. Always try to change your partner. Never listen to your partner's problems. Only try to fix them.
You drive me crazy. Like, you make me angry. Like, I'm pissed off. Oh my gosh, now that.
Always blame your partner when you're upset. Is having the mental acuity to recognize how it's someone else's fault when you're upset. You pointing out to them that they did something wrong to make your body generate emotions that you're feeling probably instills enough shame in them that they'll never do it again.
But what happens when we find somebody who's genuinely incompatible? Now, when I say genuinely incompatible, I mean that you can't find a third option that makes both parties happy. We end up just putting the other person in a whole lot of shame. Because what happens is we try to basically get them to align with us and be compatible with us by making the aspect about them that's incompatible wrong or bad.
Talk about shame, talk about guilt, talk about toxic shame, toxic guilt, and how narcissists, malignant narcissists, and malignant borderlines use that to manipulate and control. You're bad, you're wrong, you're this, you're that, you, and they like drive it. Why did you do that? That was a stupid thing to do. Why did you behave like that? Literally, verbal hits. So, here's the deal. Narcissists are very much attracted to codependent people, okay, and or empaths, people who are kind, people who are nice, people who do have a sense of right and wrong, and who do feel guilty over things when they don't do good behavior. But what a narcissist does is they exploit that guilt and they turn it into shame, okay? So what you want to look for is anybody who tries to make you feel bad about who you are as a child of the universe, who you are as a person, okay, as opposed to behavior, okay? We're all going to screw up. We're all going to have behavior that's not the greatest, okay? It's going to happen. But what's going to happen in a healthy relationship is the behavior gets called out, but the person themselves is still loved and respected, okay? So what a narcissist does is a narcissist will call out not just behavior, but they will hammer it in. You're a bad person. You're wrong. You're stupid. You. And they start wearing us down and wearing us away. So you want to be careful of anybody who cannot separate out behavior from the person.
And we see this all the time in the human race relative to attachment needs. Here's the most common setup. You have one person who genuinely desires a close, committed companionship. And this person wants one life with someone. And that type of closeness is literally their biggest desire on earth.
Hi guys, taking a small break between the retreats right now in Costa Rica. Yeah, there's nothing like the beach.
Cacao beans?
Cacao beans. Oh, I love to. Get inspired again.
We are all acquainted with people who fear intimacy. They have an absolute phobia of intimacy. They are averse to anything which smacks of closeness, attachment, and bonding. Why is that? Well, first of all, these kind of people, they are afraid of exposing their vulnerabilities, their failings, their shortcomings. They feel that if they denude themselves, if they undress, so to speak, metaphorically or literally, they are putting themselves in the hands of the other person, for better and possibly for worse. And the second reason for fear of intimacy is commitment phobia. These people are afraid to commit themselves. They are terrified of getting trapped in some kind of long-term schedule with obligations and duties and timetables. But both fear of exposing one's vulnerabilities and fear of committing oneself to a long-term relationship, both these indicate, betray a deep distrust. Distrust in other people. The belief that the world, essentially the universe, is a hostile environment.
This person finds somebody else in this other half of the partnership who wants the exact opposite. This person really likes their space. This person wants themselves and their partner to live totally separate lives and to come together as a more of sharing act about what each experienced individually in their own lives.
So this fear of intimacy is a compounded phenomenon, and the inner dialogue, the inner script of people who fear intimacy is comprised of several distinct strands, etc. There is this catastrophizing, this scenario of all relationships and in this case, one's innate shortcomings, failings, disruptive, disorganized and chaotic personality, and possibly mental health disorders. All people who fear intimacy ultimately end up devaluing the potential or the real intimate partner. They focus on his weaknesses, shortcomings, mistakes, his judgments, and failures. I ended the relationship because he abused me, over which I had no control, and having found myself trapped in this conundrum, I exited the relationship because that was the only solution.
And if either partner conforms to the idea of the other person, they will suffer. It is a guarantee that either one partner will feel limited, not free, and suffocated, or the other will feel constantly pushed away and abandoned.
In the process of ascribing guilt to one's intimate partner, one also tends to devalue the intimate partner as a source of misconduct, misbehavior,